Odds are good if you have clicked on this video, either A, you have not explored Route 66 and you're thinking about doing it, or B, you have already explored Route 66 and you're trying to see if what I say is true or not. Either way, I welcome you in and let's just hop into it. Welcome back to Spencer Joyce's World. This first video of this type I've made in a very long time, but as of right now it is November 5th 2025 and I spent 3 weeks exploring Route 66 in my own personal vehicle. Started in Chicago the first Sunday of October, and around the 25th of October I arrived in Santa Monica. And here are 10 things I wish I knew before exploring Route 66. Before we get into that, be sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and also watch the full episodes of the Route 66 series. I've got the individual states up right now. Coming later on, I'll have a full marathon if you just want to see one state or you want to see the full thing. But anyway, let's get into it. Number 1, the route itself was decommissioned. Many people don't realize that Route 66 was officially removed from the United States highway system in 1985. This means you're driving on a collection of state roads, country roads, and local main streets, now often marked as historic Route 66. There's no official signal continuous highway called Route 66 from end to end anymore. And that really helped me out, is because along the route there were signs saying historic Route 66. That really does help, which leads into point number 2. It's not always easy to follow. Because it's decommissioned, the route can be a challenge to navigate. You'll need detailed maps, guidebooks, and specialized GPS to follow the various alignments. The route changed multiple times over the decades, and you'll spend a lot of time getting on and off interstates 55, 44, 40, 15, and 10 to find the historic segments. And let me tell you, the highway part made my suspension really happy, but the actual route itself off of the highways definitely made my engine happy. We'll get to that point in a little bit. Number 3, it had many different routes, kind of going back to what I was saying in number 2. The Mother Road wasn't a static line. It was realigned numerous times between 1926 and 1985. Travelers might not know that they have a choice between the original 1926 alignment and later straighter roads, especially in states like New Mexico, where the road was rerouted in 1937 to bypass Santa Fe. Number 4, history and origins. Its name was originally intended to be 60, just 60. The father of Route 66, Cyrus Avery, initially championed the number US 60 for the route. And after a major dispute with Kentucky officials who also wanted the number, the route was assigned to a rounded, catchy number 66 in 1926. Saying, "Get your kicks on Route 60" doesn't really have the snappiness to it. Number 5. It took 12 years to pave completely. Despite being commissioned in 1926, the entire stretch of Route 66 wasn't paved end to end until 1938. Before that, much of it was dirt, gravel, which made the journey challenging, especially through notoriously muddy stretches like the Jericho Gap in Texas. Definitely would have been a challenge had there been more rain. But number 6, there's some surprising sights and influence. For instance, the Kansas segment is really tiny. Most people assume the route is long in every state. However, that section of Route 66 that runs through Kansas, it's only 13 miles long. You'll probably remember that was the shortest video of the entire Route 66 series at like 7 minutes. Wasn't even eligible for a mid-roll ad. There's even many people who think that both the Grand Canyon and Las Vegas run through 66. And while they're both great detours that I haven't done yet, just hit that subscribe button, that way you see when I do. Alas, they're not on Route 66. Number 7, Route 66 culture is rooted in a lot of indigenous and Mexican heritage. The western half of Route 66, especially New Mexico and Arizona, crosses lands that were historically or are currently part of tribal nations, and the cuisine and the culture are heavily influenced by indigenous and Mexican traditions. Many travelers, myself included, are often surprised by the amount of genuine diners and restaurants that are serving authentic dishes, like the green chili burrito at Frontier Cafe in New Mexico and the fry bread taco, both in New Mexico. New Mexico probably had my favorite food of the entire trip, but that's another video. Number 8. If you're a fan of Disney and Pixar's Cars, you will see a lot of references to that movie along the route. Like the inspiration for Mater, it's real in Galena, Kansas. Like literally Cars on the Route had the original truck that John Lasseter and Joe Ranft saw, which inspired the character Mater. There's also places like the Tucumcari Mountain in New Mexico, Sandhills Curious Shop in Oklahoma, the Here It Is sign in Arizona, all were inspiration celebrations in Route 66 in the movie Cars. Like, me personally, growing up a NASCAR fan, I more paid attention to the NASCAR stuff, but it wasn't until I got much older that I realized the amount of Route 66 stuff in Cars. So be on the lookout for a lot of things related to the movie Cars along the route. Number 9, you will need a very sturdy car to do this route. Like, I had a 2009 Subaru Forester. The suspension on it was really sturdy, as I discovered throughout driving not only on the highway but also the back roads, the gravel roads. It held up quite nicely, even though I wish I did have something that was a little more gas friendly. You'll definitely want something very fuel efficient for Route 66. I did see a lot of EV charging stations, but right now with the range of a lot of EVs, like, I would try and get something at least like a hybrid if you're trying to be environmentally conscious. And number 10, many of the sites are either closed, run down, or on private property. Many of the sites right now, when I went, like, for instance, the Blue Whale of Catoosa, that was fenced off because they were doing construction on the area for the Centennial. And that was a case of a lot of places on 66. Like, they were either tearing stuff down and rebuilding it for the Centennial, or it's just been run down with time. Like, I remember the 2 arrow thing outside of Flagstaff. One of the arrows had fallen down. That was just a symptom of time. You also want to check that the area that you're visiting isn't on private property, and you want to be respectful of it. Definitely don't want to get in trouble with the law or injure yourself. Also, a little bonus one I want to throw in at Route 66. It's full of vibrant sights, beautiful scenery, and just people all along the route that are enthusiastic about Route 66. They'll stop and talk to you for quite a long time, and they're just really enthusiastic that people like me and people from around the world are coming through. They want to see Route 66, and it's just a big piece of Americana that needs to be preserved forever and ever till the end of time. Goes back to what a wise man once told me. If you want to hate America, watch the news. If you want to love America, go explore it. And Route 66 is a prime example of going and exploring America and falling in love with America all over again. That about does it for this video. Nice short and sweet one comparatively to the rest of the vlogs. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll be answering them in the next 24 to 48 hours and when this video comes out. If you like this type of content, subscribe, watch something around my face. I love y'all. Thanks for changing my life. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.